Krishna. Welcome to Indian Scriptures Made Easy. In this series, we'll be talking about Krishna, his birth, his childhood, his life, and everything Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Once upon a time, the world was overburdened by the unnecessary defense force of different kings who were actually demons but were posing themselves as the royal order. At that time, the world was in a very miserable condition. Looking at the plight of this whole world, the predominant deity of this earth, known as Bhumi, went to see Lord Brahma to complain and get some compassion in return. She went in the form of a cow with tears in her eyes. On hearing all her complaints, Lord Brahma became furious and he at once started for the ocean of milk, with all the demigods, and Bhumi also followed them. The ocean of milk was the place where Lord Vishnu resided. It is believed that within this universe there is a planet called Shweta where there is an ocean of milk. It is understood from the various Vedic scriptures that just like we have an ocean of salt water on this planet, there exists ocean of oil, liquor, milk, and of different liquids on different planets. To get a response from Lord Vishnu, the demigods offered the Purusha Sukta prayer to this supreme personality of Godhead. But they got no response. Then Lord Brahma personally sat in meditation to invoke Lord Vishnu. In this deep meditation, Brahma received a message by Vishnu through the medium of the heart. It is very common to receive Vedic knowledge and important messages through these mediums. The message was
Very soon, the Supreme Personality of Godhead would himself appear on the earth. As long as he would remain on the earth, his demigods must also remain there to assist him on his mission of destroying the demons and re establishing the faith of the devotees. The Lord would appear in the family of the Yadu dynasty. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, would himself appear as the son of Vasudeva. However, his demigods and their wives must appear before him to assist the Lord in executing his mission. Tat Priyartam, which means the demigods should appear on the earth to please the Lord. In other words, we can say that any living entity who lives only to satisfy the Lord is a demigod.
After sharing this message with all the demigods and Bhumi, Lord Brahma departed for his own abode, Brahmaloka. At that time, the leader and the ruler of Mathura was King Sursena. On account of the rule of King Sursena, Mathura became the capital city of all the kings of Yadus. The Yadus were a very pious family and they knew that Mathura is the place where Lord Sri Krishna lives eternally, just as he also lives in Dwarka. Once upon a time, the son of Sursena, Vasudeva, and Devaki, who was the daughter of Devaka, were on their way to their new home as a newly wedded couple. As part of the heavy dowry, Devaka had contributed hundreds of chariots completely decorated with gold. Along with that, there were 400 elephants adorned with golden garlands, 15,000 horses, 1,800 chariots, and 200 beautiful girls as maid servants or friends to the queen were also a part of the dowry. According to the Vedic customs, when a girl is married, the brother takes the sister and brother in law to their home. This is practiced so that the girl doesn't feel too much separation from her father's family, and the brother accompanies her till her father in law's house. For this tradition, Kansa, the son of Ugrasena and the cousin of Devaki, voluntarily decided to take the reins of the horse of Vasudeva's chariot and ride them home. To indicate the auspicious moment of the couple riding back home, there were different kinds of musical instruments playing along the road. There were conch shells, bugles, drums, and kettle drums, all combined together almost like a concert. The procession was passing by very smoothly and merrily when suddenly a loud sound vibrated from the sky, which especially spoke to Kansa. Kans, you fool! You don't even know what you're doing. You are driving the chariot that would turn out to be the cause of your death. The eighth child of your sister and brother in law is going to be the reason of your death. That is what's going to kill you. The moment Kans heard this prophecy, he immediately reached out for his sister and grabbed her by her hair and was almost about to kill her with his sword. On seeing this cruel and shameless act of Kansa, Vasudeva tried to pacify him in order to save his new wife. He began to speak everything good about Kansa with great reason and evidence. He said,
My dear brother in law Kans, you are the most famous king of the Bhoja dynasty. Everyone knows about your valor and strength, and that you are the greatest warrior. How is it that you are so infuriated that you are ready to kill a woman, that too your own sister, at this auspicious time of her marriage? Why are you so afraid of death? After all, everyone is destined to die. The moment you are born, death is also born. From the very first day you took your birth, you began to die. Every moment, every second, you are dying. Why then should you be so much afraid of death? Final death is inevitable. You may either die today or in 100 years. You cannot avoid death. Please, Kans, I request you not to be overwhelmed by the dictation of your mind and body.
Vasudeva thus requested Kans to let go of his sister.
A younger sister is always supposed to be protected as one's child. If you kill her, it will go against your high reputation.
In this way, Vasudeva tried lots of angles to pacify Kansa, by good instruction as well as by philosophical discrimination. But Kans was not to be pacified because of his demonic associations. While failing at his attempts to save his wife Devaki, Vasudeva was still not giving up. He wanted to try his best to execute his duties. To fail or to win was not in his hands. All that he could do was try. He thought to himself, for the present moment, let me just save my wife. Then later on, if we have children, we'll figure out a way to save them then. So he continued to convince Kans.
My dear brother in law, please be assured that you have no danger from Devaki. You are awaiting some danger that you have heard from a prophecy voice in the sky. The danger is from the suns, not your sister. And who knows, we may not even have sons. Please be assured that you are safe in the present. If we have any sons, I promise you to present them straight away to you. Then it is up to you whatever action you want to take.
Kans was finally convinced because he knew that Vasudeva always kept his words. For the time being, he left Devaki and went back home.